Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jay here, and I'm here to do a little review on the 2019 Kylo Ren Force FX Elite Lightsaber. Now, I know I am very late on this review since it did come out in October of 2019, but I've been waiting to get this since October of 2019. I just did the smart thing to wait a bit so the price can go down, and on Amazon about 2 weeks ago, the price did go down. Actually, Amazon had it on sale for 60% off. So I think that was an absolute win. Now, I know there's a lot of reviews on this lightsaber, but I thought I'd make my own, just to show you guys a little comparison to a few other sabers and just to see this lightsaber up close and personal. I know a lot of people had their differences with it, but I think it's absolutely amazing. And I think it's one of the best Force FX lightsabers out there. So what I'm going to do, guys, is just review the lightsaber, just show you guys the details on this, and then I will get some other lightsabers and just compare them all. So this thing is really heavy. All metal parts. As you can see, let's get that close up. You got the burns here, the faded metal, from the cross guards. Really nice detailing there. There's not too much weathering on this, and I know a lot of people had complaints about that, but I'm going to explain why there's not a lot of weathering. See, you'll have this little bit here. Don't see honestly anywhere else, maybe here, and right there, that little gold scruff, and a little bit on top there. Besides that, there's not much weathering to this lightsaber hilt. So if you didn't know already, the hidden button is right here to ignite the saber. You press it down, and of course, if you don't have the blades connected inside, it defaults, there's no blades, can't ignite it, which is really cool. Another detail here is the red wiring. With the Force Awakens saber, the old Force FX saber of Kylo Ren's, the wire came in about right there. That's because this is an entire new lightsaber for Kylo Ren. In The Force Awakens, when Kylo Ren and Rey fought in the forest, she does, hit his lightsaber, and then she slashes him in the face. So his lightsaber was completely destroyed, and he had to create a new one. That's why the wire comes out here, and the weathering is not there. It's a brand new saber, and that's what a lot of people had complaints about, because this doesn't have a lot of weathering. Now, this is the lightsaber for The Rise of Skywalker, which is totally different, once again, from The Last Jedi. Because in The Last Jedi, I'll show a picture here, it's a black saber. This one's more of like a gunmetal gray type, but in The Last Jedi, it is a complete black hilt. That's because it was brand new. That was his brand new hilt. So it's not going to have any type of weathering. It is brand new. Now, a lot of people still say, he should have some weathering on it or anything, or it should be like damaged. But, the hilt, scruffs here and everything, that's pretty much all you're going to have, and a little bit of notches here and there. Besides that, we don't know what kind of battles he went through, because from The Last Jedi to The Rise of Skywalker, if I'm not mistaken, that's a 5-year gap. So we have no idea what Kylo Ren has done with this saber since then. And if I'm taking a guess, he took very good care of his saber due to the fact that Rey destroyed his first one. Now, I will say, if you want a more accurate hilt from The Last Jedi, you would have to go to Galaxy's Edge and get that saber. I'll see if I put a picture up there now of that. That one is a more black hilt. And the big difference is, which I'm getting into detail now, you have the same thing where you put the cross guards on and the saber here. But in this case, for this saber, you have to remove the top of this to put the saber in there, and then put this through the saber, and then, close it so that it locks in. For the Disney Parks Kylo Ren saber, like I said, it is darker, a little more screen accurate to the Last Jedi hilt of Kylo Ren's. But you don't have to remove this. It just locks in and turns on, but it doesn't have the same effects as this saber. So with the Galaxy's Edge Kylo Ren saber, you put the cross guards, you put the blade, and you bang it a few times and it makes a few noises. But this one has, like I said, this button here to ignite, and it also has this button here to make blaster deflective sounds. And if you hold the button, the top of the blade, you know, it does the little burn where it seems like it is burning through something. Now right here is where you unscrew to put the 3 AA batteries, which are not included. And that'll get me to the actual display stand right here, where you do have this coin right here, where you can actually go here and unscrew this to take the battery compartment out and put your batteries inside. This also actually takes out these pieces here, which I'll show you real quick, are really cool. You know, you get the kyber crystal right inside there, and also right there, which is really, really cool. Of course, you would have to take these out to put the cross guard and the blade inside, but you just simply turn this and they pop out. And if you want to put it back inside, you know, turn, push in, twist, and it locks in. And of course, to take this one out, you have to unscrew the top and just simply take the top one off. But it's always a really cool display, you know. You have it on display and it has the kyber crystals inside. It's really, really cool. Of course, with the metal display stand, really cool. And you just simply have this notch right here, put the saber right there, and it just stands there. You know, it's really cool to display. And of course, you just want to take it and show it off, and it has the kyber crystals there. Really accurate, really realistic, you know, and it's really, really heavy. Now I do want to compare this to my old Disney store Kylo Ren saber that came with the red cross guards. I did cut them off just so I could have it displayed as a Kylo Ren saber, which is this one right here. You know, the blades were there and I completely just chopped them off just so that they can be displayed, you know, well, so that this can be displayed as Kylo Ren's hilt. This one was actually really good. This came up to be, I think, $30 at the time. I believe I got this when The Force Awakens had came out, so 2017, I believe, or 2015 if I'm not mistaken. It's a little smaller. Let's see if I can have them standing. There we go. As you can see, this the cross guards here are very thin, which I actually like a little more on this one. But then again, it did have the smaller cross guards. You know, it had the red ones that just light up real quick. This one is more screen accurate. I'll see if I put a picture up here now of how thin his cross guards are from the Rise of Skywalker. But of course, this one is high quality, you know, costs more and it does more. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is get the cross guard and the saber on this hilt to show you guys the lights and sounds, and also compare this to some of my other sabers. So let's do that right now.
This is where the fun begins.
So here is the hilt with the cross guards and the main blade. Quick look at that. And the main blade, pretty long. Alright, so we're going to ignite this and let's show you all the effects this saber has. So to ignite, simply press this down. And it is very, very bright. It's not as loud as I thought it'd be, but it is pretty bright. And as you can see, you know, the LEDs flicker to give it that Kylo Ren saber effect. Now here is the cool part. As you saw, let's put this back. When I hit the button, all the, you know, the cross guard and the main blade turned on together. Now if you tilt it downwards, the main blade activates first and then the cross guards. And it does have a different sound when it ignites from this comparison here. So let's show that one more time. That one has more of a scratch sound, and then when you ignite it this way, it goes pew pew, which is kind of odd, but still pretty cool that it can activate in two different forms. Now we're gonna get to some of the sounds. So of course, if you like clash it, that blue is very, very bright, you know. Now if you turn and press this button, you'll see it deflects blaster shots. Let's get that in there. And then if you hold the button right up top, it's like it's melting through something. Really, really cool, guys. So what I'm gonna do now is turn this off, and we're gonna check this out with the lights off just to show you exactly how bright this is. Here we go. And here's some sounds. When you make the clash, it definitely is louder, but the hum is not too loud. Alright guys, let's compare this Saber to some of the other ones that I have. So guys, this is the Saber I was mentioning before, where I took off the cross guards and the main blade to have it on display. I do have another one, as you can see, and I just want to compare, if somehow they make, the cross guards pointy at the end, that would be, legit. I think that would kill it with Kylo Ren's Saber, but of course these are good for now until they create those. So let's ignite this one. And this one does, if you hit, sound effects and whatnot. And I believe if you hold down, yeah, it's like a clash, not too much hum noise. Now let's compare the lighting and brightness. As you can see, this one is way brighter than this one, and we're going to try this with the lights off real quick. So let's do that, and there you go. You can see the comparison of how bright and of course how big the main blade is compared to the Disney Store version. Let's get another lightsaber in here now. Now this one right here is my Kyber's basic saber. Got this not too long ago. This one is a detachable blade. As you can see, in length it is pretty much the same height, but of course Kylo Ren's is much thicker. So we're gonna put this on. I have this one on green, but then I will compare it with the red here. So let's turn this on, which the green is really, really bright. There's no LEDs in the main blade. The light just comes from the hilt itself. So let's, like I said, give it a quick comparison in brightness. When it gets from this point, it's very bright, and then of course it fades off. Like I said, there's no LEDs, so this one will stay accurate to the lighting, as this one will fade off. Let's compare this in the dark, and then I will change this to the red color, because this blade does have about 13 different colors you could change it to. So as you can see how bright both of them are, they're both pretty bright. This one does have, again, many features, different sound effects. This does have the clash as well. This does do that. This does, if you hold 1, 2, it's the clash. And to change colors, let's try to get it all the way to red already. You have to hold the button for 3 seconds. That's like a baby blue there. That's the main blue, which is really bright. That's like a purple. It's like a teal. That is actually white right there. That's a hot pink, light pink, and red should be next. There you go. And actually the light is pretty much the same. And this one, of course, if you don't use it, it does shut off by itself, I guess to save some battery. But it seems like in person it does look exactly the same, but in this camera, you know, this one is definitely much brighter. Now I'm going to compare the Kylo Ren Saber to the old Luke Skywalker Force FX Saber and also the Darth Vader. So let's get those out there real quick. All right, guys, this looks amazing together. It's the first time I'm displaying them right now next to each other, and it's just completely awesome. All right, so we have the Force FX Luke Skywalker. You know, technically, of course, it's Anakin's, but in the box, it had a big Luke photo. So this is Luke Skywalker's from A New Hope. And then this is, I believe, Darth Vader's from A New Hope as well. So what we're going to do is ignite Luke's first and compare it to Kylo Ren's. And then we're going to ignite Darth Vader's, compare it to Kylo Ren. And then we're going to compare all three of them together. So let's ignite Luke's. And I will say the Force FX lightsabers that they used to make are very, very loud. The only thing, of course, the difference is that, you know, it makes sounds, but it doesn't, you know, have that clash light up effect. It just makes the sounds, but very, very loud. All right, let's compare it to Kylo. And in person, the blue is definitely overpowering the red, as all lightsabers do. But we're going to turn the lights off and see how it looks like that. It does look really nice together, though. Wow. Really, really cool. All right, now we're going to switch it up and we'll turn the lights back on and switch it to Vader and Kylo. Let's see how that looks. So here comes Vader. Again, very, very loud, guys. And again, just makes the sound, doesn't have the lighting effect. And Kylo Ren's. Vader's definitely overpowers in sound. And now we're going to turn the lights off to compare the lighting. As you can see right there, Kylo's is definitely brighter. It could be my battery. You know, I haven't changed the battery since I got this about 4 years ago. But yeah, it's definitely brighter with Kylo. Now let's get Luke's back in there. And let's see how that lighting works out. And, you know, pretty much, Kylo still overpowers. But I feel like Luke's lightsaber is definitely a bit more bright. Then again, the cross guards, it just flickers. So I think that's what makes it a little more bright. And again, it turns off. So let's turn it back on one more time. Now, I will say, blade-wise, if you even them out completely together, I believe Darth Vader's, you know, saber is just a bit taller, maybe by not even half an inch. He has the longer blade. But again, having all of these together is just amazing. Just look at this, guys. Really, really cool. So that was my review on the Kylo Ren Force FX Elite lightsaber. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope it helped you out, maybe to get yourself one. But this one happens to be my favorite of the bunch, especially with the sound effects and all. Now, you all can follow me on Instagram, Jay's World Collectibles. Don't forget the underscores. Again, I hope you all liked the video. I hope it was helpful. I want you all to stay safe, stay clean, stay healthy, and may the Force be with you all.